Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, and for my video today I'm going to be doing a review of a handbag organizer. It is from a brand called CloverSac, as you can see right there. And they reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in reviewing this product for them, and I said yes, I would love to try it. And so they sent me one of their organizers. So the company, as I mentioned, is called CloverSac. You can go on cloversac.com to check them out. They do not make custom-made handbag organizers. By that I mean that they are not fitted specifically to certain purses. They just have general size organizers, and usually depending on what bag you have and what bag you want to use, they will give you a recommendation. So when I looked at the website, they come in a couple different colors, and I decided to go with the pink. And this one is sort of sized for a Neverfull, and I'll show you in a little bit how it fits in the Neverfull. But I actually got it for my graceful bag right here because I've been using this pretty regularly, and it is a hobo bag, which makes it a bit of a big jumble inside. So I thought if I tried an organizer for that, it might work out, and it actually has been great. So we'll start from the beginning. It comes flat like this. It just came in this wrapper. That's a little bit unusual for anyone else who has ordered organizers. The next thing to note about these organizers is that they are made out of a nylon. Some of the well-known organizers are felt. I do have one from Zumoni. That one is felt. It's a nice thick felt, but this is like a nylon, okay? Which means that it's pretty stain resistant. You can wipe it down with a wet cloth and you're not going to have really any issues as far as staining. I'm holding up this section because this is the organizer section that you can put inside. It is removable, and this itself is the actual organizer. So this is the style or the size that they call the Emma. This is the Emma style, and it comes in a couple different sizes, and I got it in the 28. So this is what you would call an Emma 28. And as you can see, it is quite collapsible, so you can just open it up right here. And there's a lot of different features on it. So in the interior, you can see that it is open in the middle here if you want to keep it that way. And there are 1, 2, 3 pockets right here. And then on this side, there is a big main pocket. And then in front of that, this is more of a mesh right here. I don't know if you could see that. It's a little bit mesh. And it has a seam down the middle, which separates this front pocket into a big one and then a smaller one right here. They have also included these little pieces of plastic that you can use to sort of maintain the shape of the bag. Or if you want to, you could take them out. Now, I have decided to keep them in because I like them. So they're on the outside as well. They came with 2 of those right there. So there's lots of pockets just to start with, even without the organizer. And on the outside here, 1 big long pocket. This is great for cell phones or anything large, papers, things like that. And then on this side, you have these 2 pockets, and they have a nice little tag right there. It is on the outside of the bag. It's not going to scratch anything because it is actually flush. You can see when I turn it sideways that it doesn't stick out at all. It's almost invisible. So that's nothing to worry about as far as the interior of your bag goes. The bottom is just flat, nothing special or unusual about that. And if you run your hands through here, all of the seaming is very neat, and there's really no sharp edges of any kind. The material itself, like I said, is this polyester, or a nylon really. I was a little worried when I got it that it was going to have some sort of an odor, and you guys know what I'm talking about when you buy certain things that are like plasticky. Sometimes they do have very peculiar odors, but I do have to say very happily this has absolutely no odor whatsoever, so there's nothing to worry about that. Now the little organizer section that comes with it, and you can see right here, is just so cool. This is my favorite feature. It has snaps on the side. And all you have to do, if you want to use it, you don't have to, it is optional, and it folds nice and flat if you don't want to, as you can see, but all you have to do is snap it. This is always so hard to do on camera. I don't know why. I could do it all day long if I wasn't talking on camera. We'll put it there, and then we'll snap it on this side. 1, them snap. It's really secure. It's not going anywhere. And now if you look at the interior of the bag, you have all of these little cubbies right here, and you just created a section here and a section here. So I really do like this feature about the bag. I've been using it for about 2 weeks. So I got it about 2 weeks ago, and I thought I would give it a good solid 2 weeks of everyday use to make sure that my review was honest, and I told you exactly what I thought about it. So far, so good. I am really, really enjoying it. And I have absolutely loved all the organization. As I said, the the Graceful is a hobo bag, and it tends to slouch and things will roll around in there very easily, but I have put this in here in the Graceful, and you can see that when I do that, hopefully I can get that done. When I do that, it sort of makes the bag not slouch as much, so it gives it more of a shape on the bottom, okay? And it also makes it a lot easier to find your items. All you have to do is open up your bag. Now see, it doesn't slouch as much now. And on the side, you can see that it maintains its shape nicely there too. So if you're worried about your hobo bag creasing or anything, look into getting an organizer, and they certainly will help the shape of the bag. Now, when I put the organizer in there, you can see that it is not an exact perfect fit, which is just fine, because it still has a little extra room to go into the pocket. Or if you have larger items that are not going to fit in the organizer section, you can put them in there as well. Now this Emma organizer is recommended for a Louis Vuitton Neverfull, so I have emptied out my Neverfull. I even cleaned it out all for this video. And I could put it in there, and you can see that it's a reasonably good fit. It's a little bit smaller than the bag, but it does offer a lot of organization. I would not wear or carry this pink organizer with the red interior, but I never intended to use this organizer for my Neverfull because I don't typically use my Neverfull as a handbag. It's always a tote for me, and so I need big open spaces for binders and folders and all kinds of papers and things like that, and computers and whatnot. So for a tote bag, the organizer, obviously you don't want an organizer, but for if you wanted to use your Neverfull as a handbag, then I can definitely say that this would be a good fit. Another advantage, and again, I'm really surprised because I thought, well, I don't know if I'm going to like it because it's not felt and it doesn't have that nice softness to it, but in actuality, because it's sort of a slippery nylon, it goes in the bag really, really easily. So sometimes the felt ones will tend to stick, and I know when I'm trying to put my organizer for my Speedy inside of it, it can be a little bit tricky. I actually have to put the organizer in first before I put any of my items in, because the Speedy's opening is not that big, and when you're putting in that felt organizer, it's gonna kind of catch on things a little bit, and you have to sort of finesse it in there, whereas this with this nylon is slippery. It goes right in and it holds its shape really well with this little interior thing here. So I've really been enjoying this. So lastly, I'm going to show you what fits in here. Okay, so I have emptied out my organizer, and now I'm going to show you how I actually set it up. The first thing I usually do is make sure that this center section is inside, because I really like it for its organizational properties. And I usually start with the biggest thing, and that will be my makeup bag. So I'm going to put that right there, and that takes up a lot of space, so that'll go on that side there. And then the next largest thing would be my wallet. I'm going to put that over on this side. And then I'm going to add in my eyeglass case. This is for my reading glasses. I like to have it in the case because they're wire and they bend, so the case will keep them secure. Next, let's see, I think I'm going to put in my 6 key holder. I have the type of car that it has a smart key on it, so that I don't really have to take my keys out all the time to push buttons or anything. So as long as I have it with me, it's fine, and that's why I'll just tuck it on the side here, and it'll be out of the way and I won't have to worry about it. Next, I'll put in my card holder right here. Let's see, I think I'll put that in one of the pockets right there. And then I have these sunglasses. Okay, so my sunglasses, they came in a case, but the case is massive and I don't want to carry it around with me. So I'm going to put them, think I'll put them right here and maybe right there, standing on their side, and then all I have to do is pick them up when I want to take them out. Next, I have some bottles of things like aspirin and Zicam. I get a lot of colds, so I'm constantly worried about not having my Zicam with me. And then I also keep this bottle of antacids, and so those line up very nice and neatly there. I have a bottle of hand cream, which I can just put up like that. When I hold it upright, I don't worry about the cream leaking out. I have a container of Altoids. Put that right on the side there. And then my hairbrush, which I can just slide. Probably should put that in first. I could just slide down there. Okay. And that is it. So everything fits really nice and neatly, well organized, and I still have plenty of other options. There's a whole pocket here. There's a pocket outside there, and one here, and then there's 2 empty pockets here. So it has a ton of organization, and it's really roomy, and I really, really like it. So that is it for my CloverSac review. I really have enjoyed this, and I can actually say I really do recommend this organizer. I find it to be very practical, very well organized, very well made. I did not touch upon any of the stitching, but it is nicely stitched. There's no obvious crooked seams or anything like that. So I think overall it is extremely well made, and for the price, which is considerably less than your bigger felt brands that you probably know, like Samorga or even Zumoni, is a little bit pricier than this. So I can definitely recommend this as a handbag organizer. If you're in the market for an organizer and you need something that is more versatile, and maybe you don't even know if you want an organizer and you just wanted to start off, you know, with something that was a little less expensive, I can definitely say that I have the expensive one. I have the cheaper one. I hate to say cheaper because I feel like it's just as good quality, but I really, really can recommend this CloverSac handbag organizer. So that is it for my video today. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, if you did like the video, please give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment. I love hearing from everybody. And until my next video, take care.